You've decided to cut back on social media. Good. But now what? You delete the apps. You set limits. You promise yourself you'll scroll less. And for a few days, it works. But then the boredom hits. The empty moments, waiting in line, sitting on the bus, taking a break between tasks, feel unbearable. Your hand reaches for your phone automatically, and suddenly you're back where you started. The problem isn't that you lack willpower. The problem is that you removed something without replacing it. You created a void, and nature abhors a void. If you don't fill that space with something meaningful, the old habit will creep back in. Here are 13 daily habits to fill that void, to replace the scroll with something that actually makes your life better. Number 1. Read 2 pages of a physical book. Social media gives you hundreds of small, fragmented ideas. A book gives you one deep, sustained idea. They feel completely different. Keep a physical book on your nightstand, on your desk, or in your bag. When you feel the urge to scroll, read 2 pages instead. Not a chapter. 2 pages. Small enough to do anywhere. Powerful enough to change how you think. Number 2. Write 1 sentence about what you're feeling. Social media often serves as a distraction from our own emotions. We scroll to avoid feeling boredom, anxiety, loneliness, restlessness. Instead of escaping the feeling, acknowledge it. Open a note on your phone, or better, a physical notebook, and write 1 sentence. I'm feeling anxious because, or I'm bored and want to escape. This tiny act of naming your emotion reduces its power over you. It's not as entertaining as scrolling, but it's infinitely more useful. Number 3. Stare out a window. This sounds like doing nothing, and that's exactly why it works. Your brain needs periods of low stimulation to process what it has absorbed. Constant input, from social media, from podcasts, prevents this processing. Staring out a window for 5 minutes gives your brain the space it needs to wander, connect ideas, and generate its own thoughts. You'll be surprised by what comes up when you stop feeding your brain and just let it be. Number 4. Take a walk without your phone. Leave your phone at home. Walk for 10 minutes. No podcasts. No checking messages. Just you, your breath, and the rhythm of your feet. This is one of the most powerful replacements for social media because it occupies your body just enough to free your mind. Many of your best ideas will arrive during these walks, not because you were looking for them, but because you finally gave them space to show up. Number 5. Do 1 small act of kindness. Social media often leaves you feeling empty because it's a shallow form of connection. You see people's lives, but you don't actually touch them. Replace that shallow connection with a real one. Send a friend a message asking how they're doing. Not a generic, "How are you?" but a specific question about something they mentioned last week. Write a short thank you note. Compliment a colleague. These small acts of kindness take minutes, but leave a lasting warmth that scrolling never provides. Number 6. Tidy 1 small area. Your environment affects your mental state more than you realize. Clutter creates subtle, constant stress. It fragments your attention. It makes you feel heavy. Instead of scrolling, tidy 1 small area. Clear your desk. Organize a drawer. Fold the clothes on your chair. This takes 5 minutes, but it creates a small sense of accomplishment and order. And a clear space leads to a clearer mind. Number 7. Stretch or move for 5 minutes. Your body accumulates tension throughout the day, especially if you sit a lot. That tension makes you restless, which makes you reach for your phone. Instead of scrolling, stretch. Roll your shoulders. Stretch your neck. Stand up and touch your toes. Do a few squats. Physical movement releases the tension that social media was temporarily numbing. And unlike scrolling, it actually makes you feel better afterward. Number 8. Practice deep breathing for 1 minute. Social media tends to make us shallow breathers. We scroll quickly. Our breath becomes rapid and shallow, and our nervous system stays in a low-grade state of alert. Counter this with 1 minute of deep breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Repeat. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state, and calms your mind. It's the opposite of what scrolling does to you. Number 9. Journal your most important task for tomorrow. Most people end their day with a vague sense of dread about the next day. Everything feels overwhelming because everything is undefined. So they scroll to escape the discomfort. Instead, take 3 minutes to define tomorrow. Write down the single most important task you need to complete. Maybe a few secondary tasks. This simple act turns a vague, anxious tomorrow into a clear, manageable one. And when tomorrow comes, you'll start with purpose instead of panic. Number 10. Learn one new word or fact. Social media gives you the illusion of learning. You read a headline, a factoid, a snippet, and you feel like you've gained something. But it's mostly noise. Replace this with real learning. Learn one new word in a language you're studying, or one interesting fact from a book, or one concept from a field you're curious about. Just one. But make sure you understand it deeply enough to explain it to someone else. This is learning that sticks. Number 11. Do nothing for 10 minutes. This is the hardest habit on this list, and possibly the most powerful. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Sit in a chair. Do nothing. No phone. No book. No planning. Just sit. Feel the discomfort of being alone with your own thoughts. Watch them come and go without needing to act on them. This is not meditation in the traditional sense. It's simpler. It's just the practice of being present without stimulation. The first few times will feel unbearable. That's a sign of how addicted to input you've become. But with practice, these 10 minutes become the most peaceful part of your day. Number 12. Call a friend or family member. Social media tricks you into thinking you're connected. You see people's updates, like their photos, comment on their posts. But this is passive connection. You're observing their lives, not participating in them. Instead, call someone. Just one person. A parent, a sibling, a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Ask them how they're really doing. Listen. Share. This is real connection. It nourishes you in ways that scrolling never will. Number 13. Prepare one healthy meal or snack. When you reach for your phone, what are you often actually craving? A break, comfort, a reward. Food can provide that, but only if it's intentional. Instead of mindlessly scrolling, prepare a simple healthy snack. Cut up an apple, make a cup of tea, cook a simple meal. This engages your hands, gives you a sensory experience, and nourishes your body. It's a reward that actually rewards. A final word. Social media isn't evil. It's a tool. But it's a tool that's been designed to capture as much of your attention as possible, for as long as possible. And when you let it, it fills every small gap in your day. Reclaiming your focus isn't just about deleting apps. It's about filling those gaps with something better. Something that nourishes you instead of numbing you. Something that builds your life instead of escaping it. Start with one habit from this list. Just one. Use it the next time you feel the urge to scroll. Then add another. Over time, the void that social media filled will be filled by something far more valuable, your own life. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel. And if you want a practical guide to building habits that actually stick, my book 40 Atomic Habits for Online Success is available on Gumroad. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.